Hi everybody and welcome. Now I just wanted to, in this video and in this lesson, talk a little bit about some of the wonderful benefits of being here in the full 30-day sketchbook challenge and taking part this January. Now some of you are watching this and you've done the challenge before, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 5, maybe 6 times, so you know some of these things, but it's great for me to introduce this to you if you are new to the challenge, or if perhaps, it's been a year off, you're not sure what's going on, why we're here. Now, first of all, one of the great benefits of the challenge is filling sketchbooks. We will hopefully fill 30 spaces in a sketchbook, 30 pages, or even fill a whole sketchbook if you really get into it. We will use up art materials. We will experiment with art materials. If you've had art materials sat on a cupboard, a shelf, in a box, in the garage, in the loft for a little while, dig them out, get them out, play, experiment, let's have fun with them. It's just a chance to creatively explore in a sketchbook that maybe has a few blank pages and maybe try out some materials you've never tried before. Now, sketching for 30 days in a row is a fairly long period of time to do sketching for. And this is done for a reason. The reason is to build up a habit. It is a habit forming challenge. And I would rather that you did 1 minute a day for 30 days in a row than sat and did all the prompts at once or just did one sketch for 30 minutes. So if, for example, you just have 30 minutes throughout the whole of January to sketch and that is it, I would rather you did 1 minute a day, spreading out your creativity, tapping into it regularly, building up that habit of opening the sketchbook, taking your pen, doing your sketching, making that a habit, than just having one big flurry of activity one day and doing one sketch. That one sketch you might enjoy, but you also might not enjoy. It might be a great sketch, but also it might not be a great sketch. Whereas if you do 30 days in a row, you've built up a habit, you've done a little bit of creativity regularly, and you might have a bunch of good sketches in there, and you've essentially filled 30 pages, not one page. So little bits regularly. Quantity over quality. Let go of a great end result. Forget it. Doesn't matter. All that it matters is that you do something, even on days when you're tired, when you're fed up, when you've got no energy, when life has got in the way. Carve out 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Carve it out and do something. Even if you forgot your sketchbook, grab a post-it note. Doodle on a post-it note, back of a receipt, a serviette. Just do a little sketch and then you can stick it in your sketchbook and then that's quite fun. You've got a really interesting sketchbook page to play with. But just carve out a minimum of 1 minute a day. And I always think set your bar low. If you've not done it before, this is particularly helpful. Set your bar low. Just carve out a tiny, tiny fraction of time a day and you're likely to achieve it. And all of this will form this habit of creativity so that once January finishes, you are in the habit of tap creative brain and you can create. And one of the amazing things about this creative habit builder and this creativity boosting sketching challenge is that by the end of January, your creative brain will be firing on all cylinders. I have my best ideas of the year every January because I'm sketching daily. I sketch regularly anyway, but in January, I'm just immersed in it. I'm immersed in your sketches, my sketches, everyone's sketches. I'm sketching crazy in January and my creativity just, it grows. It is absolutely flowing on full pelt by the end of January. And take it step at a time. If you can just go, right, I'm going to do 3 days. I'm going to get to a week. 10 days. I'm going to get to 2 weeks. If you get past that 2-week stage, that habit is secure, it's solid, you will really, really get there. I find that once people get past 2 weeks, they very often get to the end. It's that first week to 2 weeks that can be really hard to keep the habit going. But so many wonderful benefits. Your creative brain is making connections. It's used to thinking creatively because you're sketching, you're solving the problem of what to sketch with each prompt. That's the amazing thing as well. It's challenging you to sketch on topics you've never sketched on before. 30 different topics, 30 different themes. Sometimes you'll love them and enjoy them. Sometimes not so much. They might not be your favourite themes. I know. I write the prompts and I know that some days I dread them coming up because I'm like, oh, this is the one I wasn't looking forward to. But what it does do is it pushes you out of your comfort zone, and you'll be sketching something new. It might be uncomfortable, it might feel awkward, difficult, but then once you've done it, there's that great sense of achievement that you've gone outside of your comfort zone, that you've done something different, something new, and it might inspire you for a whole new sketchbook of work, a whole new painting, a whole new whatever it might be that you're into. And yeah, it takes you to new creative places. It's very exciting. Now, another thing about the Sketchbook Challenge is it's fun and it's enjoyable. You are taking time out for yourself to nurture your creativity and just to relax and enjoy. There are so many wonderful benefits to sketching and creativity in terms of your mind, your body, your spirit. When I'm sketching, I forget the rest of the world around me. You just sort of sit, you get in your zone, you do your sketching, and you forget about the stresses of the day you've had or what's coming up, or some of the really rubbish stuff that has been happening in the world over the last couple of years. The world has not always been great for us over the last couple of years, so just to spend a little bit of time for yourself, doing something fun for the sake of sketching, can really make you feel a little bit happier and better in yourself. It makes me, as a person that has emotions, a bit happier when I sketch. I become less of grumpy, tired mummy and happy, creative mummy, for example. So a little bit of time for yourself is really, really lovely and wonderful. And the other thing you'll realise with the Sketchbook Challenge, if you've done it more than once, I know that doing the challenge for this will be the 6th year or 7th full challenge. Each year I do it, it's easier. It's easier to sketch, to think of new ideas. I'm less precious about my sketching because I've got so much more of it. I've got sketchbooks full of sketches now from this challenge. So every time I do a sketch, if it's not best, I'm like, oh well, turn the page, next day. It all becomes easier. The more you do the challenge, the easier it becomes. The more days in a row you sketch for, the easier sketching is. Plus, you'll improve your technique. Just by the nature of doing something so many times, you will naturally improve in technique. And I've seen so many people take part in the challenge that after the first year, they're like, oh wow, look how my drawing has improved. And then the second year and the third year, it builds and builds and builds, and your power of observation, interpretation, looking at light and dark, all the sort of technical stuff of sketching, drawing and art just gradually improves by just sheer practice alone. Practice makes progress, might not make perfection, but you're generally gradually improving technique. And it's not the main benefit and reason why we do this. It's not an art course. There will be some technique videos here to help you, but it's not an art course in how to become a realistic pencil drawing expert by the end of 30 days. It's a simply, let's sketch, let's have fun, let's be creative, and it doesn't matter what happens. And that is the benefits. There are so many wonderful benefits. It's really enjoyable. I love the Sketchbook Challenge. I get so much out of it, and watching you all sketch and grow and have fun over the course of a month, not a year, is super, super fun. So I'm really excited that you're here. I'm full of energy, and I hope some of this energy comes across from me to you, so that you can draw upon that energy and do some sketching this month with me. Okay, I will see you soon. Take care.